might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space with the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without.
Hello, I'm Riddick Liu, and I'm doing my senior project presentation for BUSA486. My presentation is on a beer and wine delivery service. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about how I got the idea. I was reading an article one day that was talking about how millennials are the #1 consumers of wine in America today. That kind of got my brain going. I started thinking about how I could kind of profit off of that. So I researched a little bit more and came up with the idea that millennials are also very tech savvy. So, you know, we all have our phones and our computers and smartwatches, and so I decided to come up with something that used all of those things for a business. I'm always kind of coming up with business ideas, but this one seemed like it really would work. So as I kind of started thinking about these things, I did a little bit more research, especially for my project, and started researching the target market for beer and wine. And as I was reading more and more articles, I found out that craft beer is the biggest thing right now. While all the actual regular beer like Budweiser and all those, actually the sales went down, craft brews went up by quite a bit actually. People also want local products, local beer, local wine, which is good for the economy here. There are actually like a couple breweries here in Hawaii. I believe there's 12. Some of the popular ones are Kona Brewing that has a restaurant. There's also Maui Brewing Company. So if you walk into a store, say Foodland, you'll see shelves and shelves of different craft beer. And they are actually targeted towards my generation with, most of them have like colorful labels on them to kind of grab your attention. A lot of them are sold singly. And that's the same as wine too. You'll see that in the past 10 years or so that wine labels have actually changed, and they are going towards their target market, which is women of the millennial generation. In doing my research on the target market for beer and wine, I came up with the target market being white men ages 30 to 49 with a middle to upper income. For wine, it's the same middle to upper income level, but it's women. As I was doing my research, I found out that really there's no similar type of business here in Hawaii. There's a business called Aloha To Go, and what they do is they go and they pick up food from restaurants and they deliver it to your door. So say you want Ruby Tuesdays for dinner, they'll pick up your order and they'll deliver it to you. Their website says that they also deliver alcohol, but there's no alcohol products on there. So they're not even really similar unless they do start delivering alcohol. The thing about them is that they only deliver from Waikiki to the airport to Aiea areas. So they don't even deliver on the west side or up at North Shore. But they do have a very good location right there, especially with tourists who usually don't rent cars. They do like delivery to, you know, their hotels and stuff at night. Their delivery fee is a flat rate of $8.99 or $9.99. There's mixed reviews online about them. A lot of people rave about how quickly they get there, but recently, which I have noticed, they've been putting out ads for drivers. So they are in need of drivers. that probably makes a difference, but delivery times have been about 2 hours. A lot of people don't want to wait 2 hours for their food. So that would be the same as if they ordered beer or wine. You know, people don't want to wait that long. So realizing there was really no competition for this business, I decided it would be a good idea. I've named the business Happy Hour. The business would have a website where the customers could go and select what they would like to have delivered. They can pay for it online, or they can go and use an app, which is very popular right now, and just with a couple clicks have beer and wine delivered to their door. I decided that since this is really targeted towards the millennial generation, which I said was tech savvy, that a lot of the advertising would actually be done online. So it would be done, you know, such as Facebook advertisements, or when you listen to Pandora, a lot of times you'll get advertisements. You know, for tourists, when tourists get here, you know, they have the pamphlets in the airports or the hotels, and I would have an advertisement in there for the tourists. In the beginning, I would do some promotions on Living Social and also Groupon, which deduct a certain percentage off of your product. You do have to pay them for these services, but in order to, you know, get the business out there, that's what I would do. When I was first doing my research, I thought that the only licensing I could actually come up with was a catering license, which said that as long as you have 30% of your products as food, you can get a catering license. But as I researched more, you can actually get a class 4 retail license and then put in for a special license for delivery. That's through the Honolulu Liquor Commission. The Honolulu Liquor Commission also does training for bartenders and managers. Anybody that's going to be dealing with alcohol needs to get a liquor card. So they'll do training, and after you pass the test, you get your liquor card, which I would require all employees to have. Whenever I tell anybody about my idea for a beer and wine delivery service, the first question everybody always asks is, how are you going to be able to prove that they're 21? And won't you get in trouble for doing something like that, say if a minor were to answer the door? But there's technology now. For about $1,000 you can get a scanner that is linked to the internet that will instantly tell you if your customer is 21 or not. In order to settle that, I would have a restocking fee if in case they were not 21. Some of the growth plans for Happy Hour include catering large events once we finally have enough people to do that. Also gift baskets for seasons. You know, there's a lot of seasonal beers, like Kona Brewing has its Wailua wheat for the summer. It also has shipping off island. So say you have a tourist here who really likes our service, likes the local brews or local wines, and they would like to start receiving it at home. So we would be able to ship off the island.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.